Holmes! What happened?
I feel deathly.
And you look it. Let me examine you. Please don't tell me that you've returned to your old habits. The pupil is dilated. The temperature appears to be normal. I need to concentrate and count the heartbeats. A weak pulse, around 50 beats per minute. But you're dying, Holmes. Your pulse rate is dropping. We need to get you to the hospital immediately.
The antidote. Give it to me.
The antidote? You mean that you're poisoned?
Now. Please.
Here, drink it all. Don't tell me that you did this to yourself.
Hemlock and datura. I was compelled to.
Holmes, imagine if I'd not returned home when I did. What might have happened?
I knew that you would.
Mr. Holmes, Inspector Lestrade is here to see you.
Mr. Holmes is unable to see anyone at the moment. He is unwell.
A good day, Inspector.
Ah, Mr. Holmes, I'm glad to find you here. I need your help. This is a strange one. We have brought in 2 young bankers from the city, sons of lords, members of the chamber, and so on and so forth. They were found stranded in a rowing boat that was drifting on the Thames.
A romantic escapade with an unhappy ending, Lestrade.
What? Well, yes, they were both in the bath, but, what?
As I said.
And they were tied together.
You are lacking in imagination, Inspector.
Well, no, I'm not. Anyway, there was a banner flapping about in the boat with the RMS Oceanic printed on it and signed by the Merry Men.
The Oceanic? Isn't that the largest steamer ever built?
Yes, and these 2 young banker chaps are sons of the owners of the White Star Line, the company that built it. There are rumours of corruption.
I'm not interested in politics, Lestrade.
I'll keep it then. Here's another one that's a bit more complex and maybe to your liking. It's a murder, but we're unable to find any weapon. We haven't touched anything. It's at the Roman Baths in Strand Lane.
A murder, a vanishing weapon, the Roman Baths. That's for us. Watson, fetch your hat.
Beautiful place.
With a dreadful murder. The body of Sir Rodney Bentcliffe is still in the steam room. It has not been touched, per your usual instructions, Mr. Holmes. I shall be waiting for you here, but please hurry.
Are you able to identify the men who were with the victim in the steam room?
Yes. The manager of the bath, Sir Gregory Pitkin, a lad from the city council, Garrow, and an archaeologist by the name of Blinkhorn. I think the plump one, Garrow, did it. He doesn't seem right in the head.
Well, we shall see. You found no murder weapon?
No, and that's why I called you. All 3 witnesses and the victim were locked in when the murder occurred, and they remained so until we got here. We even had to pick the lock to enter.
I see. Was there anyone else here, apart from those gentlemen in the steam room?
Yes, a Mr. Phillips. He was the one who called the police. He will be able to give you more details.
Alright, welcome back. Alright, so, can we talk to this guy?
Good day to you, Mr. Phillips. My name is Sherlock Holmes, and this is my colleague, Dr. Watson. Would you be so kind as to answer our questions?
Certainly, sir.
Alright, gotta do our character portraits real quick. What is eyes? Oh, light wrinkles. Oh, what is this? Scissor cut. Interesting. Wait, what is this? Starch color. Fastidious. Okay. Wait, what is this? Oh, no. Wait,
Please tell us the chain of events from the start of your day. Everything that you can remember. The slightest detail may be of importance.
Very well, sir. I came in at 6:30 this morning, and I opened the baths. I made sure that the room was clean, and I prepared the towels. The brazier was still burning.
There was a fire burning all night.
Yes, Sir Gregory ordered me to light the brazier yesterday. It takes some time until the room is fully heated. The gentleman had a meeting at 9 o'clock this morning. I wanted everything to be perfect. They'd been in the steam room for 20 minutes when I suddenly heard shouting. I ran to the door, but it was closed. I couldn't open it. So I ran out to the street to call for the police. One constable came up, and then there were others, and they picked the lock. Then Inspector Lestrade came along, and he told us that nothing should be touched.
Did you receive any other visitors this morning?
No one. Until these gentlemen arrived. Sir Gregory was the first. And then, while we were discussing work details, Sir Rodney and Mr. Blinkhorn arrived, and Mr. Garrow followed.
What happened after that?
I waited until they'd all entered the steam room, then I returned to the hall. The changing room door was open, so I should hear if they needed anything.
You would have heard if someone had entered or left the steam room.
Certainly, sir. These doors make a lot of noise.
Good Lord, Holmes.
Death with a peculiarly Roman piquancy.
Like the one you almost had an hour ago.
Let us forget about that.
Trying to eat during cutscenes. Alright. Alright, let's examine his eye. Shit.
There was only one hit from the weapon. It pierced the right eye straight through to the brain. Death would have been instantaneous.
The wound should not have bled so profusely. This pool is rather large. Look, Watson. He was wearing a ring. He very likely removed it before the steam session.
Well, death is very recent. Between 30 minutes to 1 hour ago.
The wound should not have bled.
Alright, is that it? The first thing that came to mind was a lobotomy. Am I done? No, I am not. Missing something. Alright, examine his face. We can go farther down. What am I missing? What am I?
Some dirt or earth. I'll take a sample. I think we have found all that we can here, taking into consideration the abysmal lighting. Constable, we have finished with the body.
We don't have many leads here.
What concerns me is that we still have to find the murder weapon.
Mr. Holmes?
Please have the body removed without disturbing anything else in the room.
All right, Mr. Holmes.
I was wondering, Holmes, it's fairly reckless to carry out a murder inside a closed chamber. Why do you suppose they did it?
There are a great many possibilities. The murderer was in a hurry, or he is an artist, or a ghost, or he wanted to ensure that I'd be brought in on the case.
Probably the latter. You are ridiculous. Do you know that?
Alright, so what is this? Okay, so let's see what this blood.
I should check this blood sample at Baker Street.
What is this? It look like an imprint, like a key or something. When was someone put another one? I am not. It's not letting me get anything. Okay.
This key was covered in blood. I should ask Phillips about it.
I didn't see the prompt to press R1 at first. Can I interrogate them in a second? Is there anything else? What is this?
With the steam on, I'm unable to see even a few feet away.
What else is there to...
G. Newell and Sons, Steam Specialists, Seattle, WA.
Alright, we check that. I should be playing Hitman right now, but I don't know. I'm really interested in some of these cases. Even though playing the character is not that much action for you to do, but it's still interesting.
The brazier is still burning. The heat here is extreme. It is too hot. I cannot reach into it. I will need something to pick up this melted metal.
Alright, I gotta find a stick. There's something. Yeah, I have to interrogate them. Is there anything on them before I start talking? Nope. Alright. Yes, are you? Wait, what? Blue town.
Blood traces wiped on the towel.
It's horrible. Sir Rodney is dead. Can't we speak about it somewhere else?
I'm in shock. I don't want to talk.
It's horrible. I can't talk at the moment.
Okay, so nobody wants to talk. Can I leave the room? I know. I can. Alright, let's look in this area real quick.
Expensive clothes, belonging to one of the men from the steam room.
Was it like an ashtray or something? Oh, what is that, a candle? Okay.
Champagne for a special occasion. An ice bucket to keep the champagne chilled. Unopened, it was intended to be enjoyed after the steam session.
Maybe another record can do it with an ice, like an ice pick. For some reason it popped in my head. Wait, stop moving.
These clothes belong to one of the suspects from the steam room. Clothes belonging to one of the suspects. This area serves as Sir Rodney Bentcliffe's workshop.
Alright, we can be going here? We can. Alright, so let's look.
Glass plate negatives, a remarkable method for recording ancient civilizations. A glass plate negative is missing. It is a glass plate negative of an Egyptian statue.
That was it? Here we go. Alright. Can you send this over here? Nope. Okay. Alright, we got letters, newspaper. I didn't feel like reading it out loud, but obviously you can always pause it and look at there. Is this a shield?
A shape has been cut in the plate. What should be done with it? Archaeological findings. Old clay pots with numbers inscribed upon them. Tools used by archaeologists in their research. I will need these tongs.
Alright, so now we can go and get wagons in that little fire pit. But let me check over here. This one as well.
My God, are you all right? I wonder how this could have happened.
Yes, it is somewhat treacherous. Fortunately, I am unscathed. To where does this corridor lead?
To the frigidarium, the coal room.
Barely unscathed and by a very small margin. And treacherous is an understatement.
They know how to make things more interesting.
Those stones weigh tons. We won't move them.
It does not matter. If our investigation requires it, we shall ask for them to be removed.
He's not curious as to what caused it? Oh shit, hold up, there's light power. Right, like I was saying, why isn't he interested in what caused it? But whatever, I guess we're gonna go to the courtroom anyways. Alright, let's head back. And we're just over here. Okay. Let's use those tongs. City.
One lens is cracked, probably due to the temperature of the brazier. These lenses are for myopia. The wearer is short-sighted. I should analyze this melted metal.
Alright, we finally got it. Alright, anything interesting? No. Let me see what these are. Yeah. These are other cases. What is this? Souvenirs and character portraits. Alright, what's some of that? That's not the task. Find the missing weapon that was used to kill Sir Rodney. Alright, so what was that for? Nothing. Let me see if I could talk to them now, since there's...
I found him. I touched his shoulder, thinking that he was just asleep.
If you have to interrogate me, I'd like to be dressed properly first.
I can't understand what happened. Am I allowed to leave?
Alright, so nothing... There it is. What else is there to check? We don't have any rooms here.
Mr. Holmes, I should like to take the suspects to the yard. You can interrogate them there. Any objections?
None, Lestrade.
Why would give me an option to say wait? I already talked to him. Okay, can you leave? Right down to the famous Scotland Yard. Alright, we have 3 people to interrogate. And I'm still reading the book series. So 20. Can we check the Abbey? Yeah, we can. Is there anything? Oh, okay.
A hand-drawn map. Rodney Bentcliffe's notebook. It may contain something of interest. The last pages were torn out. We must find a way of retrieving Sir Rodney's last lines. Watson, please prevent anyone from entering the room. But first, fetch me a pencil. To begin with, a few strokes of the pencil will be enough. I don't want to damage the traces.
Alright, is it just in this area? I keep going. What was the hand-drawn map of? Of just London, or? What is? It's like right here.
And then to gently smudge the leftover pencil marks with a handkerchief. I'm sure that Watson won't mind if I use his.
Mr. Holmes, the coroner... But what are you doing? Tampering with the evidence?
I prefer to make them talk. Today, I almost found it. This date will go down in history. Sir Rodney was about to make an outstanding discovery.
Wonderful.
I could retrieve only the final words. The rest of it is lost. Perhaps the autopsy will assist us in that matter.
I'm not sure that I can allow you to inspect the body now.
I am sure that you must, Constable.
Well...
Okay, so he's 63. The right eyeball has been pierced to the hilt by a curved bladed knife. Okay, so it wasn't a ice pick, like I said. The blade cut through the organ of the frontal bone, leaving a part of the frontal lobe completely. All these injuries led directly to the death of the individual. It's painful. Right lung is an injury filled with an amount of mucus and debris that may correspond to a chronic infection by elements likely inhaled in a burial chamber. A decaying mummy, excuse me. Dry decomposing food product. Okay. Okay, does not appear. Okay. So he died from an eye injury. Okay. Yeah, I wasn't finished with that. Alright, stop. Alright, there.
An old and rather dirty coin. This ring was most likely the one that Sir Rodney wore. He removed it before entering the steam room. An Egyptian symbol. It is a very old jewel. I see the join. This ring was repaired, and quite badly too, with silver.
Why on earth would they wear such a ring?
A very pertinent question.
Okay, so that was the victim's belongings. So let's go to blue cards. I think he was at the one directly in the middle. Or was it pink pickens? I think pickets was in the middle. Alright, let's go B. Stop. I need no controller. I go. Looks like they fired somebody. Fire yourself in the workplace. Who is this to?
An ordinary pencil. When Garrow found Sir Rodney dead, he wiped the blood upon himself. A phial with herbs. Do you know what it is, my dear fellow?
It's the St. John's wort flower, Holmes. It's commonly used as a drug against melancholia. However, an overdosage might lead to a rash or even hallucinations.
An embroidered silk handkerchief. A fountain pen with solid gold trim. Sir Gregory Pitkin's visiting card.
Alright, we are now done with that. Sorry I wasn't talking that much. I'm gonna cut it in and out. I don't know if he's gonna talk. Alright, so let's head out this way. Then we go in there. That's the motor, but is there, you know what? Oh, I can examine. Wow, this might be so good.
According to the coroner, there were no cardiac problems nor lung congestion, but there were traces of fungus, possibly contracted from the Egyptian tombs. The coroner observed no stomach nor liver disease, if we're to accept that Sir Rodney was an occasional drinker and 63 years of age. An unusual wound, inflicted by a curved knife, which resulted in instant death, as the coroner's report says.
The bruising is in lines. Some light bruising, caused by a rope. They were caused by a rope around the waist. Sir Rodney was descending somewhere.
The way his body rolled back was kind of creepy. But, bruises of a rope. Well, isn't he the archaeologist? I guess that he was in Egypt. But, it's probably an Egyptian tombs or something. So maybe the bruises are just from that. Egypt. I love Egypt. Alright, who should we talk to first? Well, since you were here, let's go.
Please escort this suspect for interrogation. Good day to you, sir. My name is Sherlock Holmes, and I am assisting the police with their investigation of the murder of Sir Rodney Bentcliffe. Would you mind if I asked you a few questions?
Not at all, Mr. Holmes. My name is Percival Blinkhorn.
Alright, carry out the portrait time. Ready. Focus, look. Attentive. Okay. Wait, okay. Oh, not wealthy. Nothing popped up for a second. Oh, shabby workwear. Nice dirt. Callous.
What is your occupation?
I'm an archaeologist, specializing in the Roman period. I'm working on several excavation sites at present, including the baths at Strand Lane.
Can you tell me more about the baths?
Well, we're hoping to retrieve a great many interesting artifacts from the site, and to list any items of value before their eventual restoration and exhibition.
And has it been successful?
It has, thanks to Sir Rodney.
What was your relationship with Sir Rodney?
Well, I couldn't say that he was a kind man, no, but he was talented. I felt a great admiration for him, I must say.
Was it your first collaboration?
I had met Sir Rodney briefly once in Egypt, and I'd shared my researches with him. Surprisingly, my work did convince him to come here. He arrived only a couple of months ago.
Surprisingly?
Well, Sir Rodney was a cold man, and so very secretive too. But I learned so much from him. I can't believe that he's dead.
Can you tell me what you saw today?
Well, we entered the steam room and we all went to sit down. The steam was particularly dense, and I didn't see anything much further after that. I just heard Mr. Garrow shouting, but we all ran for the door and bumped into each other. I was very alarmed by this point.
What did you do?
Well, the door was stuck, and with all the steam, it was quite frightening. I was barely able to see my own feet. Garrow was covered in blood.
Do you believe that Garrow killed Sir Rodney?
Oh, no. Garrow couldn't harm a fly.
Can you recall any recent event that would occur to you now as being a little strange?
Well, yesterday we had a small argument.
Is that all?
No. Sir Rodney informed me that he was to attend the London Archaeological Congress with me. Then he advised me of quite the opposite. And rather aggressively, too.
Do you recognize this ring?
Certainly. It's the famous Aswan ring. Sir Rodney brought it back from his last campaign in Egypt.
And he kept it for himself?
Sir Rodney has had his own particular ideas of archaeology.
What can you tell me about Garrow?
Well, he always looks so sad. And he has been acting strangely lately. He complains about voices and visions. I will keep an eye on him because I'm worried.
How well were your researches progressing before Sir Rodney's arrival?
Rather well.
Shit, I don't know what to hit. Work progress. Oh, yeah, the letter.
This letter reveals that Sir Gregory was prepared to put a stop to your work.
Yes. But since Sir Rodney's arrival, he had calmed down. He allowed us to work. I'm not sure what they agreed on.
What will happen now that Sir Rodney is dead?
Well, I haven't thought about that. But if it's needed, I will fight to defend Sir Rodney's expectations.
Did you place the bottle of champagne in the changing room?
No, I did not.
Right, I'm probably gonna go with that Garrow guy last because he thinks he's just like the suspect or the murderer, so save him for last.
Please escort this suspect for interrogation. Good day to you, Sir Gregory. My name is Sherlock Holmes. I'm assisting the police with their investigation of the murder that took place this morning. Would you mind answering a few questions?
Tell me, Mr. Holmes, will I need to stay here for very much longer?
I could tell he's gonna be very annoying. What, nothing? Okay, wait. Okay, so nothing. Okay. What is this? Cashmere Man of War. Okay. Arrogant look. Yep, exactly. And what am I missing? All that.
You are the manager of the baths, is that correct?
Yes, I'm passionate about archaeology. I wanted to restore the ruins. My ambition is to open the baths to the public. Living archaeology can be a profitable business, although now I'm not so sure.
I see. When do you wish to begin using the baths?
When the archaeological researches are over, I will be free to complete the restoration. It is the usual process.
What was your relationship with Sir Rodney Bentcliffe?
We were not particularly close. He had an unpleasant temperament. Suspicious, authoritarian, unkind. People possessed by genius may be forgiven for their nature, but not by me.
Was he obstructive?
Not at all. Everything he did led us to greater success. He helped us increase the potential of the building.
Please tell me what happened this morning.
The test that we performed this morning was a success. The steam was working well. But then, of course, that awful murder.
What did you see?
The steam was too thick to see anything. But ask Garrow. He saw the body first.
Had Sir Rodney exhibited any recent strange behaviour?
Look, I'm not a suspicious fellow, but I think that he had professional interests elsewhere that he did not wish us to know about.
Why should you think that? Where?
I have no idea. But after all, it was not my business.
How was the work progressing before Sir Rodney's arrival?
Rather slowly, I would say.
What? And who are you talking about me? It's like, okay, Rodney, ask for the champagne. Alright, let me see. Alright, my fault.
How was the work progressing before Sir Rodney's arrival?
Rather slowly, I would say.
Sir Gregory, could you please explain this letter? You expressed the wish to call off the research work at the baths.
It was all about Blinkhorn. He was merrily digging away and taking very little care about it, ruining everything and finding nothing of any value.
But the arrival of Sir Rodney changed your mind?
Sir Rodney's work was extremely promising, and it was good for the bath's publicity. So yes, I changed my mind.
I didn't use the letter twice, but
Are you aware that Mr. Garrow is under a form of medication?
Garrow? No, but I never liked that parasite.
Do you believe him to be capable of murder?
Well, he did have blood on him. Does that make him a murderer?
Did you bring a bottle of champagne to the baths?
Absolutely not. Sir Rodney did, I think.
See what this is first. Okay, in order to stop the restoration. Okay, what is this? Okay. Okay. Infect the rider. Alright, let's save that. Oh, wait. And, Alright. Humiliation. The same by the rival of Sir Rodney, but at a high cost to his morale. Interest. Let's see, okay, he was thankful for the possibility of their working together and a chance of learning from him. I don't really. I'm gonna just go with this. I feel like I might have to change that down the road, but. Alright, let's get it out.
Please escort this suspect for interrogation. A good day to you. My name is Sherlock Holmes. I'm assisting the police with their investigation of the murder of Sir Rodney Bentcliffe. Would you mind if I asked you a few questions?
I am Tristram Garrow.
Alright, what we got? Then we shaven. So what is he gonna say? Trouble? Poor? What's this? What's sweating? Let's see. Wait, what is this? My bags, okay. What? Dirty clothes. What's this? Okay, amulet.
What is your occupation?
I am a counsellor at the district chamber.
What were you doing at the baths?
Well, I follow the researches. I am interested in archaeology.
You follow them?
Yes. So many things happened and we need to know. Or perhaps it's better hidden.
I beg your pardon, Mr. Garrow.
I meant nothing by that. I apologise.
What was it like to work with Sir Rodney?
It was like working with a genius. He was a hard man, but then you know this world is hard. There are always people who want to steal from you, and he trusted me. But
are you feeling unwell?
I'm sorry. It is I remember. I feel so sorry.
Do you need anything?
I feel bad. I hear... No, nothing. I'm better now.
Please try to recall what you saw today.
The room was so hot, I had to remove my glasses. I was not feeling so very well in there.
But you found the body.
I saw the knife, you know, flying through the air. I saw the blood. I tried to escape. I don't remember.
Saw the knife? What did it look like?
Everything was as if in a nightmare. It all happened so fast. The knife was shining like gold.
Had Sir Rodney exhibited any recent strange behaviour?
Well, he had been rather secretive these past few days. Last Thursday, for example, I saw him leave. When he returned, it was very late. He showed me some wet coins, Roman coins, and he started to laugh. His ring! Oh, it should be destroyed.
Why do you say that?
It is a cursed ring, digging dark secrets.
Really?
It is after me now. I know it. I shouldn't have worked on it in the workshop. It's too late now. This is the coin that he showed me. It is from the 3rd century.
It must be very rare.
No, I don't know. Thank you. Thank you. This will help me to calm down.
Do be careful with the dosage.
I will.
I mean it. Did you place the bottle of champagne in the changing room?
What? No.
Garrow appears to be rather mentally disturbed. Either that, or he is a good actor.
Interesting. I wonder if I know about placing champagne in the waiting area. But, broken glasses. Yeah, he did say he took off his glasses, but he was still able to see the knife. Okay. What's this? Alright, go back. Back over the line. I don't see why that's important. I don't know. Wait, oops, sorry. So that meant to click on. Why would Rodney be hiding anything? Could his discovery be a motive for the crime? I don't know. Oh, what's this? And find out where Sir Rodney was several days before his murder and uncover his precious secret. Gotcha. It's gonna be on the couch. Usually over here. Come here. Alright, so let me see what can I do. Ooh, we got a lot. Let's go with analyze. Let's go in order. This. Wait. Okay, go back. This way?
Selenite. Pyrite, otherwise known as fool's gold. White clay particles. Interesting. According to the color and its composition, I deduce that this sample is white clay. Now, I need to find which area near London this sample belongs to. The sample of dirt belongs to the White London clay region, located near the city of St Albans.
Right, now we got the blood sample.
Let us analyze this blood sample.
Give me a second. Wait. Give me this.
This blood has not coagulated well. It seems very liquid. That is strange. Let us see what is inside it. Hydrogen peroxide will bring any foreign matter to the surface. I must take a pipette and place several drops of hydrogen peroxide. Water. This blood is heavily diluted with water. This is a piece of metal taken from a brazier. It appears to be silver, but I need to be sure. If it is silver, it will be possible to melt it, since silver's melting point is at around 900 degrees Celsius. Let us compare this sample with a silver penny by testing it with acid. If it changes color to match the result of a reaction with a silver coin, then it is silver.
Okay, so
Let's take a pipette and place several drops of acid upon the samples.
alright, so taking a pipette, some acid. Does it matter which one I drop it on first? Go ahead. Do I do it one more time? No. Alright.
The reaction is the same red stain. It is silver, Britannia silver quality.
Okay. Child's play. Alright, so we have silver in the brazier. Since it said the blood was diluted with water. Yes, medication with serious champagne. Broken glasses. I don't know, maybe they're very diluted. Very liquid. And, nope. No, wait. There you go. Alright. Steam moisture. The presence of wind is due to the humid atmosphere caused by the steam. I was thinking that too, yeah. Unexplained clue. The presence of water in the blood is an unexplained clue. It must be somehow linked to the murder process. Ow. I'm gonna go with this. That's what I was thinking anyways. Alright, that's it. Do it. Is that lady stand the window? Ah, she is. Alright, but we have location, so we have to go there. What is this? This is from his brother. Made a terrible mistake once again. The Empire is at the brink of an international conflict. How can you pass this incredibly sensitive case to those that are bringing Scotland Yard bodies? The last case, I believe the train, there we go. The Mexicans. Very well.